First of all, Maddie, just a hard fought game for you guys tonight. How do you feel just overall the team performed?
I think we performed very well. They scored 31 points, and that's a team that's averaging like 58 points a game against some really good teams. So I think our defensive effort was there today, and I think it was really good.
And Kaya, how important was it to win the rebound battle the way you guys did today, to be able to go out there and out-rebound them by 13? The O boards, you guys got 10, they got 0. How important was that in the flow of a game when it's not super high scoring?
I'd say it's pretty important to give us, like, on the offensive end, second chance points, and then on the defensive end, not to give them any second chance points. So.
And Maddie, looking at the grand scheme of things, now you go to play Creighton, a team who's been playing really well this year. How important was it to kind of have a game like this where you had to grind it out? It wasn't always pretty, but now you know how to win games like this going forward against good teams like Creighton and then into conference play.
Yeah, Creighton is a good team, and Creighton can also shoot the ball really well, and Valpo's a team that they're shooting at a very high clip, so to play against a team where we had to figure out how to guard and how to X out and not give them uncontested shots is huge, and preparing us for Creighton.
And Kaya, this is the second straight game where you guys have performed extremely well on the defensive end. Granted, you've been great defensively all year, but the last two games have been better than what your average has been for defense. What's kind of been the message in practice to get you guys to this point defensively?
We talk about a lot how defense turns into offense, and we got to play really well defensively.
That's exactly what you.
Well, I thought our young ladies did just a tremendous job defensively against a team that can really score and can really, really shoot. They get to the rim at a very high level. You can probably put them at the free throw line too many times, but certainly I thought our players did just a tremendous job defensively in this game. Found a way, I thought, to get rolling a little bit more offensively in the beginning of the third quarter, and that kind of gave us an opportunity to separate a little bit, and the offense is going to continue to come for us, but defensively we're putting ourselves in really good positions.
Like you mentioned, just another really strong defensive performance after the last game out where you had a really strong defensive performance as well. Has there been a different attitude in practice when it comes to defense recently, or is this just attributed to all that hard work you've put in over the last few months?
Well, I think it's who our identity is. I think we've really set our mind to it early on and really gotten to the point where we are very confident in who we are defensively and very tough in who we are defensively and able to play against different styles. And I thought, Valpo is a team that can be really hard and challenging to guard, especially because they just do things so differently than other teams. And that gave us a little bit of problem, in some stretches, but certainly I think is going to make us better when we play against teams that run a 5-out offense.
And even with the offensive struggles you guys had, especially in that first half with just 17 points, you still had the lead at halftime. Right. I mean, what was kind of the message at halftime, with a lead, but the offense wasn't quite there?
Well, for us, I thought our defense, we gave up 2 points in the second quarter, so really went in and really tried to stay locked in defensively. And sometimes that can be hard when you're not scoring efficiently to stay locked in defensively, but thought our young ladies really did that again and kind of got going a little bit more in the second half offensively. And so, I think certainly Valpo's defense is a little bit more challenging to play against than some others in what you see and how they switch. And I thought it took us some time to figure that out, but we kind of knew that was going to happen. We showed film of that beforehand. It's taken some other teams some time to figure that out, and kind of frustrates you at times. But I thought our players just kind of stuck to who we needed to be defensively and did a great job with that.
How big was winning the rebound battle that you guys were able to tonight, especially with the 10 offensive boards and not allowing them to grab a single one?
Yeah, I thought winning the battle of possessions was really important for us. We got 17 more shot attempts, and that's an awful lot because of either taking care of the ball or getting second chance opportunities. So certainly something from an effort standpoint. I thought our young ladies did a tremendous job. I thought Kaya Watson came in the second half and really got 3 steals in a row, 3 consecutive possessions, got some big rebounds for us. Janai got some big rebounds for us. Natalie got some big rebounds for us. I thought Grace Larkins played great down the stretch. Later in the game, really started to figure out how they were swarming and made some great decisions with the basketball. That was was fun to see. Maddie Krall just played really, really solid defensively against Shea Frederick, and that's a hard matchup. She is so good. And I thought Maddie just did her best at trying to make possessions a little bit longer for them or tougher for them, and that's a tribute to how tough that young lady is.
And Kaya, to be able to go out there, grab 11 boards. She's been playing really well defensively and on the boards this year, even if the offense quotient hasn't been there for her. Is that kind of the role she's taking on it with this team at this point?
Well, I think Kaya has a lot of offensive abilities and is just kind of deferred at this point in time. But, our goal is to get her to be as aggressive offensively as she is defensively, and she can make an awful lot happen.
I noticed Reagan was in the boot. What's kind of the update there with her?
Yeah, Reagan sprained her ankle in practice, stepped on a foot, and so it's sprained, so that's a good thing. It's not a break, but it's something that's going to take a little while. So it kind of changes our prep with having, Alexi out for the year, losing someone who can play kind of on the perimeter and inside, and then Morgan, same thing, and then Reagan. So that kind of changes a little bit of how we have to prep for some things, and hopefully we can get both Morgan and Reagan back in the not too distant future. I don't know what that exactly looks like, but we're hoping.
Is Morgan progressing along pretty well then with the foot injury there?
She is, yeah, she is, and so it's kind of a day-to-day kind of progress her each day and see how she does after each day, and I don't think we're going to get her back right away, but certainly hoping to kind of keep building and growing, moving forward. So she's a kid that is so locked in, and I'm really impressed with our young ladies, and Morgan's one of them right now. And in terms of trying to digest as much as she can, be a sponge right now, whether that's taking notes, whether that's asking questions, whether that's, passing in drills. Now she's getting in and shooting in some of those things, but, I think she's doing everything she can so that when she does come back, she's prepared.
With one more non-conference game now, you got Creighton, a tough opponent, playing really well this year. What's kind of the goal for that last game?
Yeah, our goal against Creighton is certainly to continue to grow and continue to get better, and on both ends of the ball. And right now we have a couple of days that we've got to get ready for final exams. We've got quite a few finals on Monday and Tuesday of next week, and so we've got to really focus on that. That takes a lot out of your kids mentally to be focused on how to be your best, and certainly looking forward to them having an opportunity now to really focus on some studying over the weekend.